3 at noon.
Good afternoon. Happy Red Thursday to you. I'm Carly Willis. After months of back and forth between players, coaches, teams, and the league, and in the middle of a pandemic, as well as a nationwide reckoning over racial equality and social justice, many fans wondered if there would be an NFL season, but we can say it's finally game day. The Super Bowl champion Chiefs kicking things off against the Texans in Kansas City tonight, right here on KSN. NBC's Jay Gray has the story.
The field is ready, so are the fans.
They're winners, and they're going to be winners.
And the players.
You know, we're kicking it off, so we're the head honchos for the NFL, and us and the Chiefs to be able to show and see what the 2020 season is going to be like.
And from the start, this season will look very different than any in the history of the game. Instead of more than 76,000 rabid fans on opening night, because of COVID-19, only 17,000 will be inside Arrowhead Stadium. Masks will be required, concessions limited, and fans spread out. Still, Chiefs coach Andy Reid expects a home field advantage.
I know they're going to be loud. That's the one thing I do know.
But the loudest message as the season opens may be one of equality and social justice. The focus of last night's NBC NFL primetime special, Inspire Change.
And I think everyone is at a position now saying, okay, we need to do more. And let's do more and make the change that is necessary, which we all know has to happen.
No justice, no peace.
After months of protest across the country, players say they're eager to use their platform to continue the push for change.
In order to move forward, we're going to have to love each other. We're going to have to listen to each other. We're going to have to, begin to understand each other.
A game plan with a reach much further than the field. Now, neither team has revealed pregame plans for the national anthem. We do know the song Lift Every Voice and Sing, often referred to as the Black National Anthem, will be played before tonight's game and every Week 1 game in the NFL. Jay Gray, NBC News, Kansas City.
So for the limited fans who will be at Arrowhead, what does Mother Nature have in store? We're going to get over to meteorologist Ronell Williams for that answer. And Ronell came to KSN from a Kansas City station, so he's definitely prepared a game day forecast before. Ronell, what's in store?
Yeah, it looks like that early season chill, that unseasonable chill, definitely going to continue. So what we're going to need, of course, maybe a pair of jeans, at least something long for your legs, long pants, as well as the long sleeves too, and then a jacket, probably one with a hood, because I do see at least a few showers around for the game this evening. A lot of the steady rainfall kind of broken up now across the KC Metro, but the rain that moved through yesterday still tracking through the Kansas City Metro. So kickoff at 7:20. We've got 50s. That's going to be the best that we'll be able to do, but at least we're not seeing any major dips in our temperatures. At least things are going to be pretty constant as we go through the game. And also, I don't think that air will have too much of a bite to it as those winds stay out of the northeast. So not too bad for later on this evening. Just make sure that we try to stay dry. Looking ahead, coming up in that Storm Track 3 forecast in 10 minutes, warmer temperatures for the upcoming weekend. Carly?
Ronell, thanks so much. Well, the reigning Super Bowl champions are set to take the field tonight at 7:20. It's right here on KSN. We'll have more coverage tonight on KSN News at 5 and after the game at KSN News at 10. Well, in other news, a man is behind bars after a 9-year-old boy fatally shot an 18-year-old in what police are calling an accident. 21-year-old Christian Concha was arrested on suspicion of first-degree murder and aggravated child endangerment. Investigators say Concha let the 9-year-old and another boy handle a gun unsupervised. That's when they say the child accidentally shot 18-year-old Jeremy Ratana in the head. He died at the scene. After that shooting, a Wichita family is grieving for 2 of its loved ones, the one who died and the other behind bars. Jeremy Ratana's family says he loved life and was always laughing. They say he enjoyed music, plants, cooking, and just being around his family. Jeremy's cousin, Christian, is now behind bars after police say he played a role in this tragedy, but the family says the two had a bond you rarely see. They were more like brothers. The family is now grieving them both.
It was an accident. It was, it's a very tragic accident, but Christian loves Jeremy.
He would have never intentionally harmed him in any way. They were hand in hand. They were always together.
The family says they're planning a candlelight vigil or memorial for Jeremy. Well, a Salina police officer is still recovering nearly 2 weeks after a shooting that left him in the hospital. Officer Cody Way says it should have been a routine traffic stop. According to the KBI, it turned into a pursuit with a suspect shooting at his patrol car, hitting Officer Way in the foot. Instead of returning home that night, he went to the hospital for surgery.
Bone in my big toe that's completely shattered, and there's still some bullet fragments in there. It could have been a lot worse, and we're grateful for the way it turned out. There's a lot of other officers around the country that are a lot less fortunate than I am, that my fiance is.
Officer Way says the road to recovery is still long with the potential for another surgery, but he's hopeful to return back to patrolling the streets once healed. The Department of Corrections says an inmate at Larned Correctional died this week after testing positive for COVID-19. Officials say 68-year-old Junior Lee Chrisman tested positive on August 15th and was hospitalized the same day. Chrisman had underlying medical concerns that contributed to his condition. KDOC says this is the 5th resident-related death at Larned. Well, this comes as Kansas added 496 new positive coronavirus cases yesterday. That brings the state's total up to more than 47,000. There are also 10 new deaths, 495 in total. And since the start of the pandemic, nearly 2,500 Kansans have been hospitalized. That's an increase of 29.